So glad you joined us. I'm sitting with Collett and we're going to be talking about how to teach children empathy. First things first, what is empathy?
So empathy really is the skill that children need to develop, and some adults, mind you, in really how to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. So feeling what somebody else might feel. So it's not the same as sympathy. It's not feeling sorry for someone, but it's imagining how somebody might feel in that situation.
Being understanding and perhaps sympathising with what they are going through.
Yes, yep.
Which I think is quite difficult in this day and age because we're so used to being on social media, we don't know how to read the cues.
Yes. And also we've come through a period where I think we've really emphasised children's self-worth. Now, that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying we shouldn't emphasise a child's self-worth, but really what I do is I balance it between two things I call developing children that know they are love-worthy and children that know that they are love-able. Okay. So love-worthy children is helping our children understand you are worthy, you have dignity, you have worth, you are worthy of being loved by me. But if we only raise children who know or believe they are love-worthy, we risk raising entitled children who think the world revolves around them. So we need to balance it with children knowing they are love-able. Yeah. They have an ability to love and give because others have worth. And it's not something children are going to learn overnight. It's like a muscle. Right. They need to practice and exercise. Gratitude is actually a good way to help children develop empathy. Okay. Asking them questions like, what do you think your coach gives up every single week to actually come and spend time with you? What could you be grateful for what he did or she did today at school?
I love that because you're actually teaching your kids to have a good attitude about what they have, appreciation.
Yes.
So is there another way that we can develop empathy within our children? Because so often we, as parents, we want to tell them everything and pour in our wisdom and knowledge, which I know everyone has.
I think, it's not about just giving advice all the time. I mean, that's also something I've got to work on as a psychologist.
Me too.
It's not about advice. It's actually often about listening, teaching your children to really listen in and ask questions to hear what the other person is feeling and just acknowledging their feelings. I actually have a saying where I say to parents, we ask our children, what do you need from me in this situation? And then they can actually verbalise and teach them to say that to their friends. What do you need from me? So not assuming that their friends or grandma
know the answer.
Yeah,
we do. We often feel like we need to give them an answer, find a solution.
Yep, and help them to articulate what they need and get others to articulate what they need as well so that they can figure that out and learn to understand other people's emotion.
Great tips. Thank you so much, Collett, for sharing those tips on empathy. Look, everyone needs it, from young and old. Let's teach our kids and be better parents and be better children by showing that empathy.